Welcome back to our candidate interview series. Today we have Tammy Hale, who's running for County Commission District 5. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, you ready to get started?
I am.
All right. What are some, these are the wrong questions. All right, welcome back to our candidate interview series. Today we have Tammy Hale, who's running for County Commission District 5. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, you ready to get started?
I am.
Okay, what are your top goals if you're elected?
My top goals for the county are a healthy, safe, and prosperous county. And I want to discuss the healthy part first. I think by some of the partnerships and initiatives that we already have and keep expounding upon those, it could really benefit the health of the county. And some of the examples are Mr. Steve Hudson and his work with the Veteran Services, and Mr. Norm Conti with our senior center. That's wonderful. But we also have the food banks that are out there. And the library does several different classes, from nutritional education to cancer support, and I think that's wonderful and that we should continue to partner with them and lift them up. I also think we need to support our local law enforcement, EMS, and fire, and lift up our county employees. They do an amazing job and they work very hard, and I think that's important for us. And then, of course, one of the goals is to maintain some spending awareness. Even if budget is being spent a little bit over, I think it's important for us to take a step back and see why that we may need to reallocate a little bit in order for them to achieve their own particular goals for their entity.
Okay. What are the biggest issues you think the County Commission needs to address?
So Gilchrist County is the springs capital of the world, and that is a big deal. And I think it's so very important that we protect our water, protect our springs, and our agricultural land. So all the issues that arise every single day, we have issues that arise that will impact our land and our water. And I think it's very important that we continue to be proactive in that. Growth, you see it every day. It's there, it's in our face, but it's also a long-term issue. And I believe, we have to be aware of that and plan out for the long-term issues that the growth it will bring. But immediately there are some things we can do, and that's identify gaps within policies, zoning, regulations, codes, that sort of thing. And see what kind of impact that it's having immediately upon our services, our roads, education, and crime. Solar is always an issue. We've heard it since it started coming to our county. And I think the issue there is going to be the saturation within our population, the safety of the equipment that they're actually utilizing, and of course the decommission plan. Contracts, who oversees our contracts, what happens if the contracts aren't being adhered to. So contracts will be something that I think we need to pay attention to. And then, of course, our budget and maintaining a healthy budget.
What are some changes that you would like to see made if you were elected?
I myself will not be making any changes. There are 5 members on the board, and the commissioners make up that board. So we need to keep in mind that it takes 3 members to make something happen on the board. But some of the changes I would like to see is us going beyond minimum standards, especially for things like notification when it comes to the quasi-judicial hearings that the board may be having. There's a lot of complaints with regard to there wasn't enough notice. They're supposed to be able to bring clear and convincing evidence before the board prior to the board making their decisions. And if there isn't enough notification, then it's difficult for the citizens to prepare clear and convincing evidence. So I think there are some things that we might be able to do to acknowledge that and help in that manner. And I believe that I am an outspoken person, and I believe in asking questions and holding people accountable. And so that is something that I would do.
What are the biggest challenges you think Gilchrist County faces right now?
So the challenge with any person, any individual, any family is balance. Balancing work and family, balancing our time, our diets, our checkbook. And I think the county is no different when it comes to that. And right now we're looking at balancing state mandates along with public interest. And there is some conflict there. The other thing that we see regularly is a demand for the lower taxes, yet a demand for increase in services. So it's all, to me, about balancing and coming together and finding that.
What are some things that you think the county commission is doing well right now?
Well, I think it was great that they brought their meetings online. I think that was wonderful. Not everybody can escape from their daily responsibilities to make a 4 o'clock meeting. I think it's really important for the community to hear how they're being represented, hear the issues and the concerns of other citizens, of board members, and be able to respond to those issues. So I think that was a really good positive change. The new jail coming on board was wonderful. The sheriff and the board making that happen was instrumental to the safety and security of our county. There are security issues when you're transporting inmates back and forth from Levy County to Dixie County, back to Gilchrist County for court events and such. The board's trying to keep our taxes down. And again, I know that I see that challenge with providing services and trying to maintain that, but they appear to be attempting to do a good job. Research and securing grant money is instrumental for Gilchrist County because we just don't have the funds coming in our community from the citizens. We're a small county, so the grant money and the state money that comes in and the way that the board is utilizing it, I think is pretty good. The public service communication system that went online was essential, and we have a nice positive fund balance for the moment. So I think those are all good things.
What makes you the best candidate for the position?
So I think you have to look at candidate motivation. And my motivation is simply that we are put here to serve others. And we have a responsibility to do that. We have a responsibility to the provisions that God has provided for us, being our land, our water, our community. And I am a praying woman. I'm a Christian woman. And I just ask that the Lord use me and my abilities for the betterment of everyone in the way that he sees fit. And so I was called to enter this race, and win or not, his plan is always perfect, and I'm excited to see what he has in store for us.
What experience do you bring that will help you once you're elected?
So I have a lifelong, I have a lifelong experience in public service. I've been a public servant since I was 18 years old. I have experience in training, working within Florida state statutes and interpretation, training in liability. I was a critical incident stress management member, and I have training in planning the effective use of financial resources. I understand liability and bringing issues before the county that could present, a liability issue for us. And I'm a local small business owner, so I understand the importance of job creation, of employee retention, and taking care of those that take care of you.
Right. What can the citizens of Gilchrist County expect from Tammy Hale, County Commissioner?
They can expect me to respect them. They can expect access to me and candor. I am not the kind of person that will just say something to appease somebody else. I will be honest and forthright. Whether it's what you want to hear or not, I appreciate when people are that way with me. So that's what I will do. I will represent you to the best of my ability.
Okay. And is there anything that we haven't talked about already that you feel like everybody needs to know?
So many candidates will talk about transparency and accountability. I am also about transparency, accountability, and tried to take action immediately when I announced that I wanted to run for county commissioner. And the transparency part was letting everybody know when the commission meetings would be. And the accountability part was doing the public records request immediately following the meeting so that the community can listen to how they are actually being represented and actually listen to and hear the candidates that would step forward and bring concerns forward and how they will represent the community. Aside from that, I love this community. They have been good to me and my family, and my desire is to give back to them everything that they have so wonderfully done for us.
All right. Thank you. That's Tammy Hale for County Commissioner.